So I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about the seventh house lord in the first house. That is, when the seventh house lord is placed in the first house for each ascendant, we'll be doing two parts, and the first six ascendants I would cover in this video, and another six ascendants I will cover in the next video. So let us see what happens when the seventh house lord is in the first house for each ascendant. For Aries ascendant, Venus is the seventh lord, because it is the sign of Libra is falling in seventh house. So generally for Aries, Libra does give balanced and well cultured partners. When the seventh house lord goes into the first house, that is Venus goes into Aries, it can be a mixed placement, because the Aries native is looking for Libra traits in their partner. Here not only the seventh lord is in Aries, but also the Venus, the significator of wife for men, is going into Aries. This placement can give some quarrels. Venus, when linked with Mars, can always indicate quarrels in marriage. But since the seventh lord is in the first house, this is a good one. The partner would be very attached to the native, and each fight would bring them closer if Mars is not conjoining Venus in the ascendant. If Jupiter is aspecting this Venus from the 5th house or the 9th house, or even when Jupiter is conjunct, this can be a very good placement. Partner will be here very hasty and adamant, and partner would also be very concerned with money matters. And this Venus, when it is in Bharani star, it can be good, because Venus is in own star in that case. Venus dispositor, when it is going to the second house, that is when Mars is placed in the second house, this is a very good combination, because Mars and Venus would be exchanging signs here, and it can be good. So this placement, Mars should not conjoin. If Mars conjoins, then there can be a lot of physical violence in marriage. Now let's move on to the Taurus ascendant native. For Taurus, Scorpio falls in 7th house, and 7th lord is Mars. 7th lord Mars is placed in Taurus. Here it will give a partner that is very slow and very stubborn, and partner could be very similar to the Taurus native himself. Mars in Taurus will show that the native would be very interested in marriage, and this can also mean early marriage. Mars is also the 12th lord here, so partner can have a lot of anger issues here, and partner can be stubborn as well. And Venus should not go into 6th house for this placement. If Venus goes into 6th house, then this can be a troubled marriage, and Venus must not go into 5th house as well. Venus, when it is placed in 7th house, it is good, because then Mars would be exchanging signs with Venus. Here partner can be good in cooking or baking, and partner would get a lot of anger, and suddenly partner can have a lot of anger issues. Everything would be going well, and then the partner would become very angry in a short span. So this is the disadvantage, and it would also be very difficult to change partner's mind once it is decided, it is that's it, and partner would not change his or her opinion. For Gemini ascendant, seventh house is Sagittarius. So Jupiter is ruling the seventh house, and when placed in the first house, it is good because it would be aspecting the fifth and ninth house. Here, a partner can be a jovial person and good with languages. Partner can also be very well educated, and partner can be even in journalism or media or marketing, and partner can also be doing several business. Overall, this is a very good placement, and the disadvantage is partner here can be very fun loving and sociable, just like the Gemini native. So Sagittarius would be missing in marriage. So the marriage may lack long term purpose, and sometimes it can lead to two marriages. For Cancer ascendant, Saturn in Lagna, Capricorn is falling in 7th house. So Saturn is the 7th lord placed in the ascendant. This is not a very good placement because Saturn does not like Cancer. Here it would give a lasting marriage, and there would be no divorce, but there would be lack of affection in marriage unless Venus is aspecting Saturn or Jupiter is aspecting Saturn. Here partner can have some mood issues, and partner can also have some things like mental depression. Here partner would be earning well if moon is placed in second house. For Leo ascendant, again Aquarius is falling in the 7th house. Saturn is ruling the 7th house. When placed in the ascendant, again it's not good. Here Saturn in Leo would give more problems because here Saturn gets ego issues and very dominating partner. Saturn in Cancer does not have ego issues, but Saturn in Leo would give personality issues to the spouse. Unless Venus is good, well placed in the chart, this can be a very troubled placement. And here the native himself would be very egoistic, or the native can lack independent opinion and can be a slave to their partner. They can allow their partner to dominate. In this case, either one person would be dominating the marriage. Either the native would be dominating or the partner would be dominating because of lack of self-respect. Because Saturn does not like first house also, and Saturn does not like Leo also. Here partner would be expecting a lot of respect from the native, but the Leo native also does not like to respect their partners. So this is a very conflicting situation, and mainly ego issues in marriage would be the problem. And if Sun is placed in third house, this problem can get reduced. For Virgo ascendant, Jupiter is ruling the 7th house because Pisces is falling in 7th house. Here it shows the partner would be very close to the native, and partner can be very service minded and can be into health field. Virgo is a sign of health, and partner can be a good influence on the native. Partner and native's mother would also get along well. Here partner would be very humble, and some minor conflicts can be there due to Virgo being a conflict sign. If Mercury is placed in 4th house, it can be a good placement. Here partner can also put on a lot of weight because Jupiter is ruling the 7th house and aspecting the 7th house. So Jupiter can put weight for the native as well as the partner. Jupiter is aspecting 5th and 9th house. So this placement will give children, and also foreign travels. And Jupiter here is not well placed, but it would not cause much problems either. It all depends on Mercury's position as well. If Mercury is going into the 8th house or 12th house or 6th house, then it can be a problem. So these are some general results for the 7th house Lord placed in the 1st house, and many things can change these results. Mainly the dispositor would be changing the result. If there is some exchange, there can be help in case of bad placements, and if the dasa also matters a lot. So I hope this video is helpful. I would catch you up in another video with the 7th house Lord in 1st house for the rest of the ascendants. Thank you.